Sure, it's being called the Great Resignation, but maybe it should be called the Great Job Swap. Because more than actually quitting, people are trying to trade up for better gigs.
Yeah, so millions of resumes are being uploaded. But here's the bad news. The vast majority of them will never be seen by a human decision maker because they'll be weeded out by bots.
Not on our watch. How to beat the resume bots and get your resume in the hands of a real person is our featured story at the top of the list. You find the job description that seems to be written exactly for you. So you submit your resume and never hear back? How can the perfect candidate never hear a peep? Blame the bots.
Its technical full name is Applicant Tracking System, but you'll hear it called the hiring bots, the big black holes. I've heard people call it the devil.
Amanda Augustine's a career expert at TopResume and says these devil bots are everywhere.
99% of Fortune 500 companies are using some form of an applicant tracking system.
And because the robot's only job is to thin the herd,
75% of all online applications never make it to a human being.
I, for one, refuse to surrender to our robot overlords. Here's how to beat the bots and get your resume looked at by a human. Let's start with the document type.
Applicant tracking systems would love if you used a plain text file.
Because, and I can't emphasize this enough, they're stupid.
It's an algorithm, right?
Right, so the document type you'd normally choose.
Everybody prefers to use PDF files because it maintains your formatting. However, not every applicant tracking system can read and parse a PDF document.
The middle ground?
Play it safe, use a Word document.
That ugly brute Microsoft Word accommodates some formatting and is mostly readable by the bots. But even in a Word doc, keep it simple.
Applicant tracking systems, and recruiters for that matter, expect certain pieces of information to be in certain spots, so it expects that contact information will be at the top. Professional summary, a list of skills or areas of expertise, that tends to be bunched at the top. Your work history comes next, and then your education.
Within the document, be as consistent with your formatting as possible.
Work experience, skills, education, anything that's a major section, you want to make sure they're clearly labeled and they're formatted all the same. The system likes where it can pick up basically the pattern.
And then there's your actual resume content.
Take 3 to 5 job descriptions, and if there's a skill that seems to pop up multiple times, I want to make sure that that's showing up not only where I'm summarizing my skill set, but also within my work experience to show where and when I leverage that skill.
You might even copy and paste specific verbiage into your resume.
So you're more likely to get past that system.
Finally, test your resume.
Copy your entire resume contents and paste it into a plain text doc. If information is not lining up, if the header for something is up here, but the information about that is much farther down on the page, or there's just a bunch of symbols that appear where you had custom text, that's a sign that you need to rejigger your resume.
For more detailed feedback, TopResume offers a free review.
The review process is going to tell you what the ATS thought your top skills were, your name, your contact information, where you most recently worked. So if it says these are your top X skills and you look at that and say, that's not what I'm trying to promote, you need to reformat your resume to ensure that it's telling the right story.
How to beat the resume bots is at the top of the list.